Hello and welcome everyone, I'm C.S.Gilmore and this is Pacific Drive. You would not believe the size of the magnificent junk heap I came across. But then it started moving. Ah, okay, so that's the thing that hates my car for some reason. Since it's an electric shock sure. Alright, we're on what might be our last mission. I'm not sure if this is the last one or our second to last one. Since it's approaching the well, not necessarily jumping into the well, but at the same time it kind of feels like the last mission, so hard to say. We got a perpetual stability setup there, so that suggests we're going to be doing something while there. So what I'm thinking is we'll go use our shortcutting ability to jump up to here. Puncture probability. Spike logs are plentiful. Ew. But clear air area anyway. Then we'll get over here. Explosive damage can knock off car parts. That's gonna suck, but still better than some of the other options, and that should get us to where we need to go then. And we'll work on it. Something's moving, keep an eye out. I wonder if that actually has anything. I think I remember it just being a idea that I think it was just that there were more tourists. I could be remembering wrong. There's another highway option here for some reason. I don't know where that would go. Alright. Yeah, no, I think I know my route. Gonna go up here, cut across here. I should be able to skip this, and if I do it right, I'm not sure if I can skip this one too, but anyway, since I don't think I can skip up to here since I haven't connected these two yet. But if I do there, then there and there, yeah, I think this will work. Car is all set. Sounds like I should make a few more puncture kits if I can afford it, which I think I can. Sealing kits. My rubber is a bit low, but I suspect I'm going to need a few extra ones, just in case. There we go. Alright, oh, and I put a high capacity battery in the back seat here. So, fingers. Oh, actually, let me make sure that's 100% charged. Now I think about it, putting a new battery, I don't doubt it charges enough. Now it for sure does. So we're all good. Everything's prepped. Still don't know what the one quirk is on this car. It has something to do with the radio, but I don't know how to trigger it, so I can't fix it. Moving on. It just turns on my radio, honestly. I don't know. It's a far lesser quirk issue than most others. I could be right. I forgot to fill up something in a tank somewhere. I don't know though. Alright, yep, we can jump to here. Great. I do love that. Being able to get that ability to just jump along the highways a little bit. It saves me so much time. Like, immense amount of time. Not just a little bit even. Alright. See if we're gonna have a conversation bits. Or head down here. Probably not. They'll wait until we get to at least the next area where they start talking about a different state. Oh, it's a car with a breeze through it. Someone got Final Destination. I saw that, I was like, was that a tank? I had a moment, I was like, hold on. But no, it looks like someone got Final Destination treatment. Alright. Lightning. I guess I don't have to really worry about lightning storms so much in this, which is a problem. Alright, that's probably gonna have some good resources for me. I should stop here. Just out of making sure I have stuff if I do end up needing it in the long run. I mean, I've burned through a lot of rubber, and if there is one more mission after this one, I'm gonna make sure I complete it. As is, I'm kind of overly equipped right now, I think. But that's a good thing. Because that way, if I do run into some interesting things, I should be all set for it. I've got extra healing, I've got extra repair stuff. All in all, I should be good to go to be able to jump into whatever it throws at me. Convert that into there. Lovely weather. Not. We would be drenched to the bone from just that little trip out of the car we did. Also, given where we're placed, I'm betting it's cold. Could I have some of those here? Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I yes. Got those. Hammer time! And vacuum it up. Wrong button. Again. Always do that. I right click for whatever reason. My brain goes, you should right click to do any of these things, and then it's like, throw your tool across the everything. Go ahead. All right, at least we're actually getting some daylight in this run. And what? See, it feels like far too many of my runs end up happening at night when I can't really appreciate some of the scenery because it's pitch black. Not to say it's always pitch black, and there is some beauty in the dark in this game, given all the bioluminescent junk and weird glowy effects. But I do like it actually being daylight sometimes and not extra foggy and whatnot, so I can actually enjoy the scenery, which I am trying not to get killed by. Which isn't of itself its own trouble at times. Hello there. That looks like a mailbox. Use that, potentially. Ooh. The mailman, #1. We finally got #1. Oh ho ho. Don't mind if I do. Wait, you haven't got 2 and 4 already? Weird, I thought we had gotten more of those. There is evidence for continued network degradation and or interference. Of 607 packages received this week, 7 arrived late in a fashion that cannot be explained. 4 packages were sent exactly 1 year earlier. However, these packages had been already received, meaning these were duplicates of some kind. 3 packages were mistakenly dated. They were stamped with a date exactly 1 year in the future and contained messages irrelevant to their recipients or current events. I can only conclude that these were pranks of some sort and will append these to my report about misuse of our sensitive and most vital infrastructure. So we were getting stuff from the future, as well as stuff from the past, possibly. Oh, hey, whoa. I didn't realize we had a whole log here. What is this? Trip report. Personal damage, car damage. Wow, okay, I didn't realize there was all this statistics stuff here that we could get. This was our last trip, I'm guessing? Yeah, I think this was our last trip. Huh. As we can see, our primary killer is radiation. And what is that, explosives for the car? Or something else. No, that's explosives. What is that? Physical collision? Maybe. Either way, obviously, I probably need to improve my driving skills. And maybe not get so up close and personal with some of the anomalies when possible. Cowabunga. Take all that. I'll take you, and you, and you. Food bumper, don't care about any of the paints. Alright. They're really decking me out with stuff I can use for repairs and healing, which is worrisome on its own levels. Oops, forgot to... Because that could just be that I got lucky on some draws and I'm getting some good stuff. Could mean they're about to throw me into a hellscape of suffering and woe that I'm going to need abundance. Though, honestly, I think a lot of it's more RNG than that, so probably it's just who knows what's going to happen. Good luck. Also, I mentioned the high-capacity battery I installed in the back. Part of the reason for that is, especially if we do another thing where we have to use the limb shield non-stop or very often, I almost lost my battery power completely on that last time we had to do all those relays. So that could have ended very badly for us. Alright, function probability, yep, okay, gotta watch where I drive. Is what they're telling me. Meanwhile, we have there, and that one over there. Drive down to some of these structures, and then I'll jump out and go grab energy sources. In case this isn't a dead-end situation, as it were, I want to be able to get in and out. Did you just hear that? Oh, I bet it's that cloud of nauseous whatever. Huh. Alright, that's some good stuff. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm rambling, talking about things. I don't hear anything from them yet. Maybe they will say something soon. If they do, well, I'll cut into it. Otherwise, I'm going to cut here just to save you guys having to see me run through this mess until we get up to more of our storyline point where we see some real interesting things. Spiky things all around. Okay, glad I didn't take the part. Now we go. Okay, we're here. And I found some anomaly studies book. So, let's check that real quick, shall we? There's a lot of these logs we did not find. So, there is a ton to this game lore-wise that you can just stumble across if you really want to take time to explore in detail. Arda. While this anomaly cannot strictly be described as humanoid, it has nevertheless gained the moniker Hatman, and a slew of distant sightings describe a first impression of a tall person in a hat and coat. Sightings are consistent in their description of a tall, thin shape moving at or just above ground level, with a broad, low, hat-like top above an almost cone-like, tapering lower structure. This can give the impression of a wide-shouldered figure. No sightings of this anomaly have occurred since June 1964. However, at this time, many zone personnel began to report extremely consistent dreams of something similar entering their homes. Yeah. A little bit of a connection between reality and unreality, I guess. Oh, hello. This is different than I thought it would be.
The end of the road. Soon we'll finally see for ourselves what caused the mass hallucination and what Tobias and Alan died for.
And whether it was all worth it.
Or if they actually died, or perhaps, or just got scrambled off into a separate sub-reality or neighboring reality. I
Francis,
definitely impressions of someone.
Thank you for trusting me when you had every reason not to. Getting to this point together with you, it makes me feel like my old self again.
It's been an honor to watch you work, Dr. Turner.
That looks bad. Hold up a sec. When I want to patch up my car just to make sure everything is tip-top shape before we do this. And also, that looks bad. Like, not good bad, and not good at all. That looks like everything is not A-okay, everything is not contained. Oh, also, I picked up a little something. Let me show you guys. Picked up the hydro generator. Basically, I get power when it moves. Picked that up from the inventor lady we traded scrap with. I ran across her during my trip out here. I love how this can fix everything. Even though it, by all rights, should not be able to. It nevertheless does. Alright. Good enough. We're all patched. We're all prepped. If this is not the end of the game by some freak, we have a lot of good supplies. Though I have suspicions that this may be... Well, I think this will lead to one more area, and then it'll be the end. Maybe not. I don't know. But this gives me the feeling of, like, we're going in there. And then everything's going to go...
These gamma readings, are they real? I can't even begin to guess what could be outputting this much radiation.
Some sort of energy reservoir, a massive fission reaction, or
a portal. Atlantis.
If this thing really leads us to Atlantis, I'm turning in my PhD.
God, if only Tobias were here to see it.
I would have liked to hear his take on all this. For once.
Yeah. Well, is everything... I'm not sure if that just had a warp of distortion or not. Alright.
Alright, driver. You're almost to the threshold. Remember, Francis and I have got your back. Once you get that car to the well, we'll keep the gamma ray burst under control for as long as we can. Whatever happens, whatever state you find yourself in, the arc device will be your safety net. Use it. Get back to us, you hear me?
Ready when you are, driver.
Oh, nice of them to just be like, by the way, in case you need a bit more power, here you go. Which, honestly, I'm not sure if I do or not. But, this is looking like I may need a completely full bar, and I often don't have a completely full bar. Even though I've been pumping pretty good amounts of power into this thing, I thought. Alright, we're good. Radio's on it. I wonder if it's triggered by the ARDA device being filled. Is that even a possible trigger in this game? I'm not sure. Alright, we're filled up. We're good to go. Let's have all chaos ensue, I suppose. Oh, that looks thick, and definitely not like something we should be driving straight into. But, given the amount of gamma radiation...
Godspeed, driver.
Given the amount of gamma radiation involved, we're probably already screwed over by... who knows what. Traveling. Where's my car?
Happy!
Did it work? What's the energy output? Damn it, Alan, I'm fine. Light nearly blinded me. Can you read it?
Yeah, let me see. 500 kilojoules? Happy, what is this?
The future. I call it limb waves.
Okay, so we're getting background now. So interesting that Alan sounds a lot like Tobias. At least to me he did. But I guess it could just be that this is the idea of this place using echoes of them, of their voices and whatnot, to share some of this with me. This place is thick. That's a lot of TVs. I don't like that. Feels like it could fall on me and be very deadly. Ooh, bird. Oh, okay, we can fly. Right. Ow. Well, that happened. Uh-huh. Wait, is this all mirrored? Adra. Yeah, we're in like a mirror dimension? Is that what we're dealing with here?
Coffee delivery.
Alan, gosh. Is it that time already?
So, about leaving Earth. I was thinking, about by Christmas.
Yes, maybe. I just need to solve this instability issue. I loathe to think about leaving the Olympic Peninsula like this.
Yeah, there's always more to do.
I know. I'm sorry.
And I love you for it. I'm just wondering if you'll really be able to walk away from all this. It's okay if you can't.
You abandoned the world to work here beside me. Fair is fair.
Len Tech is a world-changing discovery. Your world-changing discovery. Fairness isn't even a consideration.
We agreed to have children, and I'm not having them in this hellhole.
Good, because I'd love to have 8.
Then I hope you're ready to carry at least half of those yourself.
I love you.
I love you.
Different news. This is coming up a lot. I'm guessing this is to do with limb waves. As you notice, I stopped there because I wasn't sure if I was going to risk triggering something else with that glowy light, because I didn't know what was causing it initially, if it was just lighting or what. And I want to not accidentally trigger a break in the storyline, so I'm hoping that they will lay down in a way that no matter what, even if we ran, we would probably still get it all. But I don't know. I'd rather run a little bit in silence like this, with just being able to talk about it, than to have it skipped over a storyline because we doubled up on something somewhere. What a weird design. A laid out hallway, strange lighting, questionable cable protections. Limbo. Bridge? Anything in the bridge? Yeah. Oh, we're about to get flung again. Whee!
Tobias, the movers are here. Wait, why aren't you packed?
I ain't going.
The evacuation orders.
Evacuation orders can go to hell. We leave and we never see the inside of these walls again. All the things we've been investigating, the ripple, the echoes from the swamp, they'll all fade away. I'm gonna stay and chase down these stories, wherever they take me.
Tobias,
Stay here. With me.
Oh, we gained some of their backstory too, when they decided to stay. So I'm seeing a common theme here of they all decided at some point to remain. And I wonder if Alan wasn't working on the secret lab and everything the way he was in order to make it possible for them to leave. I wonder if he was trying to overcome the challenges they were facing in order to leave and have a family and all that. Which is kind of even sadder that definitely didn't get that. The wind's picking up. We're getting flung again already. That was fast. Other shift. Ooh, are we above or below where we were before? Or is that something else? Or
You here to quote?
I'm here to deliver the committee's decision. You have been found guilty of doctoring experimental data. This action is in clear violation of artist scientific integrity. Judgment has been rendered. You may stay and work, but your clearance will be lowered to level 3.
So I'm to be a glorified flash cleaner.
Take it as a win. You could have been court-martialed instead.
Yeah, I'm sure you would have liked that much better.
What I like has no bearing on this decision. See you on Monday, Dr. Cook.
did we ever get his last name before? Cook? I don't remember ever hearing his last name before. Francis Cook. Maybe we did. I honestly can't remember. I'm horrible with names anyway, so the fact that I remember any of these characters' names at all probably is because I've always seen them written down in the text and be able to put two and two together with that. Because I remember imagery, like that helps me link names a lot better than otherwise. This place is getting more complex looking.
Driver, do you read me?
Driver, you passed through some sort of opening. We managed to hold it steady, but the energy expulsion is growing. We don't have much longer.
If you can hear this, you need to get back now.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Hey, look! The gang's back together!
Tobias?
I never told you how grateful I was that you stayed behind in the zone with me. These years, best of my life. Foraging for mushrooms, slogging through swamplands, combing through hours and hours of terrible field recordings. Not a single moment wasted. Thank you for everything.
It was all you. You made me feel capable. That anything was possible. That I wasn't some second-rate scientist. All my happiness was thanks to you. And I'm afraid of how I'll survive without you.
I'm not. You got this. You always have. Hey, Oppie, Alan sends his regards. And he wants to know why you haven't taken his advice yet. Driver, is that a gumbaroo on your dash? Oh, I'll be damned.
I did include it.
Bye. Until next time.
Tobias! Tobias!
Driver, if you can hear this, we can't keep the well stable for much longer. Wherever you are, come back.
Until next time. He seems confident that we'll meet again. Is this like an afterlife portal then? Or some sort of limbo? There are so many questions and oddities in this game that I'm pretty sure we're never getting full answers to, because that's sometimes the best mysteries. It's the ones that you get to theorize about yourself, but have enough to get a solid basing in, just not enough to be like sure you're right. It's a tough line to walk in storytelling to make it so that you don't just frustrate people with going, ah, yes, there is no answer, compared to, well, there is something out there. Hi, our levels, facility, extreme caution advised. Further inquiries directed to something, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, the usual assignments. Keep out. Too bad, I guess I'm not keeping out, because here we go! Ooh, green lights. Oh. Oh. Wonky. Okay, hold on a second. Look at that. That's funky. I almost wish I could climb up there, but I know I can't. Because traversing in this game is not so good as that. Or if I can, I do not feel confident in my ability to do so remotely. Is that where we're headed? Maybe? Oh, it was already running. Weird. Okay. Oh, what is that? Chloe being in. Okay. I feel like we're looking at someone trying. Like.
Just a little longer. Hold steady, Francis. Keep those limb faces aligned. Not even a 0.001 deviation, you get me?
I'm trying.
Oh, we're not being a partner, right? Why can't we go here? What is even the purpose of that? I'm sure this food is still edible, right? Yum, yum, yum. Totally not irradiated to high heavens. Probably poisoned. And or, you know, deadly in several other ways that it could be deadly. Christ. Okay, good. Lost a little bit of control there. Trying to win a little speed bump. Woo. Oh, all sorts of stuff. Okay, let's move. See what we can see.
The anchor field is wobbling up. Anything we can do to stabilize things on your side.
Punching it as hard as I can.
Oh, hey. All the anomalies are coming to visit, and some of them are probably not great. I guess some of these are in case your battery was low or something. Hey, you got charged. Ah! And now we're going somewhere else. I could
Hold tight.
hold steady.
The face, it's PCP.
Driver, punch it. Go.
What if I could? I'm having a little bit of interference. Interesting critters. Return from the well with Tobias's favorite cryptid quips. Yeah, I wasn't good going there without that when they're very strongly hinted. You should take that. I'm back.
You made it back, driver.
With the car.
All in one piece, it looks like.
And no sign of the Remnant's energy signature anywhere in that car. You're free.
But the car's maintained its link to you. Fascinating. We'll never know how far the Remnant's obsessions wormed into your head, but you should be safe from it getting any worse. In theory.
Abby, I'm sorry. You didn't get to talk to Alan again.
We managed to pull off the near impossible. And the first thing you do is apologize?
Sorry. I mean,
Don't worry, it was Tobias's fault. He hogged the frequency all for himself yet again.
you heard him too.
I did. That means I didn't imagine that last conversation with Alan. And you know what else?
What?
That your theory was right. And Tobias called it. All that bluster, and he ended up showing us scientists a thing or two. Those moments we heard, they were all from the past. Being inside that well somehow allowed the Remnant to access those imprints and replay them. But Tobias's voice wasn't from the past, it was from somewhere else entirely.
What? Where? And how?
No clue. Do me a favor. Once you figure it out, don't bother telling me. I'm leaving the zone.
I'm sorry, what?
Alan came to tell me goodbye, and that I was forgiven 37 years ago. I didn't listen. So now, finally, I'm going to take his advice. I should have left the zone a long time ago.
But if we solve this, maybe there's a way to speak to him again.
I heard what I needed to hear. It only took me 37 years to listen. Anyway, all that sounds like a young scientist game. It's not for me anymore. Francis, you decide what to do from here. You can carry the torch and continue the research, or get out of this cursed place and find your own way. It's your decision. And driver, you're free now. You can do what you want from here. But if you'll allow an old woman one last hope, stay here with Francis. There's so many more stories for the zone to tell. And the both of you are young enough to listen. My ears are bad. And I refuse to hear them. I've removed all access restrictions to my systems, Francis. The helm is yours.
Wait, I don't know if I can do this alone.
You're not alone. You've got clear eyes, ears open to the impossible, and the driver. Dr. Cook, driver. It's been a pleasure. This is Dr. Ophelia Turner. Signing off.
Oppie? Oppie! Really? Well, driver, if you don't mind sticking around with me, Oppie was right. There's still so much of the zone that we still don't know about. But with your help, we can tell those stories. I'm no Oppie, but I'll do the best I can. You're no longer bound to the car. But it's stayed with you, and will continue to protect you as you travel the zone. Go on, then. As long as you're willing to drive, I'm along for the ride.
Ah. Ooh, roll credits. Okay. That's a nice way to do it, as a, hey, you beat the game. You've finished the storyline, but we're not going to just pull the rug out from under you and be like, and now you have to start over if you want to explore anything else. They're like, you could stick around, you can keep going, you can play the game some more. You don't have to just say, well, I'm done now. Alright, let's close this. Yeah. Man. That's kind of cool. What is this spot? Details? Red spires. Smokestacks. Red spires. Hold on. Did this change in some way? Because this is where we were. This is where we had that whole thing go on. Makes me wonder if that place is still going to be there. Can we go beyond it? What's beyond it? Does it change anything? And of course there's the expeditions. And this, I feel, is more like where the expeditions make more sense to introduce. Like, they introduced them pretty early on, and it seemed weird that Francis would be like, hey, driver, let's do this thing. When earlier on, especially at the time when they introduced him, he was much more cautious and everything. This would be the place where it makes sense for the expeditions to come in. As like a, hey, you want to keep playing and have something to work on? Here's a challenge now. But at the same time, I can understand why they give them to me earlier, as just like an option for different things to do besides work on the storyline or exploring the general zone. Let's see with this one more time. Tardigrade count further increasing. We're now passing 250 TPM. Approaching safe operating limit. This is, we didn't expect this kind of growth. What are they doing in there? Are they spelling out letters? That's amazing. Can you guys spell? Can you guys spell? You're just gonna float there? Meow? You're not gonna spell anything for me, you're just gonna float there like little blobs? The little blobs you are? Huh? You cute little blobs? Who's a cute little blob, the giant tardigrade? Who's a cute little giant tardigrade? Yeah? Bloop, bloop, bloop. Alright. Sorry. Huh. Well, everyone, that is Pacific Drive. I liked the game, and I liked the story, and there was so much weird stuff. I'm sure I missed several items, like several scannable things here and there. I'm pretty sure there is a lot more we could do with the game. Obviously, I haven't unlocked everything, and I'd have to get into the deep zone and really go around there for a while to get enough of some of the materials to unlock everything, both due to the need for some of the energies types. In fact, I actually have to go around so the outer zone for a bit, get some more stable energy. But to also get like enough Olympian pieces to make limb chips and just limb stuff in general to make some of these items that we otherwise can't. And yeah, there's a bunch here that I didn't make. Insulated jumpsuit. Ultimate electrical protection. This will make your time out in the zone much less shocking. Yeah. Anti-theft backpack. Yeah, there's so many things that we could do that we haven't done that would change up how we play this game, how we run around a little bit. But I think that's it for the general storyline. Maybe there's something more in the expeditions. Maybe there'd be something new to see if we went out to like that last corner or something like that. I don't know. I'm not really sure what to expect with some of this. That said, as much as I love this game and I'll probably come back and play it again sometime in the future, I think I'm ready to move on to other stuff. It's been a lot of fun. I love the look of this game. By the way, the art, the designs, the weirdness of this game, and the lore behind it is amazing. We have so much lore we didn't find. So many of these radio signal, not these ones. Yeah, the frequencies. Episode 2 we didn't get. I'm pretty sure there's some others here. There's a lot of unknown tabs in my tabs still, and a whole lot of undiscovered things even in the non-unknown tabs. Also, I kind of never really decorated my car very fancy. That's just not my thing. I'm more of a, oh, well, I need to swap out this piece for this piece to get this piece to do what I need it to do so I don't die horribly. Take another look around some of this stuff. I love how that's still glowing everything. Totally safe to have on the wall there. Next to all the experimental equipment that is non-replaceable. I like this game. It was fun. Part of me wants to keep playing on my own time sometimes, just to, yeah, do the expeditions, see out whether they go anywhere with the story or not. But I think that's it for my recordings of this game. Check this game out for yourselves if you haven't done so already. If you like this kind of thing, it's worth it. And there are so many cool things in this game to explore, to enjoy. It can be a little grindy at times because you have to keep getting resources, you have to keep exploring things, doing things, going places. But, and I found myself kind of just rushing through certain areas just to get through. I wouldn't have to go through like 6 different areas. So there is an achievement, I think, for going through 7 areas on a run. I don't know. I love it, but at the same time, like I said, I think I'm ready to move on to some other stuff. There's so many other games I want to play, so many games I want to share with you guys, and just to experience myself that are different experiences than this right now. So hit like, hit subscribe, keep up with the releases if you haven't done so already. Comments below, what have you thought about this game? Liked it? Disliked it? Theories? Anything different than what we already what I've already mentioned, but the game kind of solidly mentioned? My theory is either afterlife, time manipulation, jet portals. I mean, some of that stuff was definitely like Tobias actually talking. So I'm thinking either afterlife or like dimension side of our dimension, but like rubbing against it type deal. And but the way the Tobias and Alan kind of talk suggested more of a, hey, we're dead, we're gone, move on with your own lives. But also that, well, but I'll see you next time, I'll see you later type of deal. Like, we're not done with this yet. You'll be here eventually as well. I never played with photo mode really either. Which is mode where you can you can take photos. In case you want to take in some of this really cool scenery. Colossal Cappy, that end scene with the ginormous whatever that was facility that was giving out gamma radiation. Yeah. All in all, I don't know how our character's alive anyway, by the way. We have been exposed to way too much radiation to be remotely healthy at this point. Fun times. Good night, everyone. Bye.